When archaeologists dig up our bones 400 years from now, which video game characters do you think they'll find? Solid Snake? Master Chief? Lara Croft? Probably not. Let's play a little game. How many different titles do you think Mario has been in over the last 30 years? Go ahead. I'll wait. 300. You'd be hard-pressed to find a character who's been in as many works as Mario has. Even James Bond doesn't have a beat on Mario. The only other game characters to make the cut in terms of game sales and legacy are Sonic and Link. I doubt we'll be talking about Sam Fisher or Master Chief in the year 2511, and there's a couple reasons for that. Millions of children who are now adults came to love Mario before any other video game character. In marketing, it's called the first mover advantage, and it's a pretty big one. And that early popularity, it feeds on itself. Mario, Sonic, and Link might be what economists call locked in. A locked-in product or character may not be more superior, but you want it because everyone else has it. Solid Snake and Soap McTavish, they're cool, but there's so many video game characters these days that if you skip one, it's not that big of a deal. But back in 1990, trust me, you did not want to be the one kid at school who wasn't playing Mario. And because Mario, Link, and Sonic live on in new titles, older gamers can pass those characters on to their kids. But science and marketing doesn't explain everything. What else does Mario, Link, and Sonic have that Marcus Phoenix doesn't? They have a story structure that's kind of hard to find in a lot of modern games. In writer Joseph Campbell's seminal work, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, he proposes something called the monomyth, or the hero's journey. This is the fundamental structure that all great stories share. This cycle is so powerful that we see it everywhere. Here's how it goes. The story begins with the ordinary world. Mario is just your everyday plumber. Then there's the call to adventure. Oh no, Dr. Robotnik has stolen your friends. Then there's the refusal of the call, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, you could die. Then you meet with a mentor who tells you it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Then you cross the threshold into a region of supernatural wonder. There are tests, allies, enemies, evil forces are encountered, but a decisive victory is won at long last. And finally, the hero comes back. A little bit older, a little bit wiser, but with newfound gifts to bless his friends. Sure, modern games are better in many ways, but what really resonates with us is that story of transformation. Contemporary video game designers struggle with making characters that are vulnerable. In Mass Effect, you start as a badass space marine, and when you finish, you're a slightly more badass space marine. Mario, on the other hand, starts as a plumber and ends as a hero. And these early video games provided a new way for us to interact with the monomyth. For the first time, we got to be the heroes, which, if you were 8 years old, that was pretty mind-blowing. And the games that will last will be the ones that tell that story the best. What do you think? Are there any modern video game characters that will last the test of time? Or are we stuck with Mario, Sonic, and Zelda forever? Hash it out in the comments. And if you like what you see, subscribe. I'll be here every week, forever and ever.